Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with characteristics of globalization. In the last lecture, we have studied introduction and definition of globalization. So, the first characteristics of globalization is liberal principle. Liberal means free, means the policy of liberalization or the process of liberalization, means whatever unrestricted barriers were there, they were removed. One is free to do his or her trade and businesses, means government restrictions and government interference domination is not no more exist as per the policy of liberalization. Okay, that's why we found that in today's era, many students, many young people, they are working as well as and simultaneously they are pursuing for the higher education. Means the people or the children, those who are really very needy, so simultaneously they are doing their own work. They indulge themselves in the businesses as well as part-time jobs, and also they are pursuing in the education. They externally they go for externally they do their colleges, and simultaneously they are working also. Like some students, they have their own mobile shopping. Some students, they are busy in other activities. Dairy farming is there. Some they are working in this Domino's pizza. So in Domino's Pizza, or like in BPO or in call center. So these people, for earning money, they are working, as well as some they are interested to do their own businesses. Even in if we can see that recently the TikTok is banned in our country, but when it was active and when it was there, so many young children, they used to upload the videos on TikToks, and that was the source of their income. Many children, they have their own channels on YouTube. So whatever their activities, whatever their daily routine, they like to upload that on YouTube, and as per the views they used to get the money. So these are these are some activities youngsters are indulged themselves, and uh, there is no interference of government in anybody's work. Okay, so means previously only government sectors were only there, and people really like to work in government sectors. But after liberalization, many domestic industries as well as multinational industries, domestic factories, as well as large factories came into existence. So from small scale to large scale, so it is only possible because of liberalization. Now the next point is private enterprise. Private enterprise, it is a process of privatization, and this privatization is also accompanies globalization. Okay, so privatization means the public sector is converted or replaced with private sectors, means privately public sector or government sector. Okay, government sector was there, but nowadays private sectors came into existence. Many old institutions, they converted into or they replaced with the private sector. um, Passport office, previously passport office was run under public sector or government sector, but now it became private, or it is privatized, and it is run in a private sector. Apart from that, healthcare healthcare centers, insurance, radio, television, education. These are the more example of private enterprises. Like if we can take example of healthcare, so many government hospitals are there, but along with government hospitals, many private hospitals are also exist. Okay, and people really wish to go to the private hospitals and private healthcare centers instead of government healthcare centers, because they know that in private sectors they will get good look after from the doctor, though they have to pay money for that, though it's expensive as compared to government sector, it's expensive, but people prefer to go to private healthcare center instead of government healthcare centers. In education also, uh, previously only municipal corporation schools were there. Okay, and vernacular medium like Marathi medium, Hindi medium, Urdu medium. But since long time we have observed that English medium schools are on high demand. Convent schools, English medium schools, now semi English medium schools are also available. Okay, and though they are very expensive, the fees is very high, the fees structure is very high, but parents prefer to send their child into private schools as compared to government schools, because the quality of education definitely parents are getting in the private schools as compared to government schools. Okay, so that's why people prefer to pay the money or to pay the fees, but they require quality education for their children. That's why they prefer to send their children into private schools. So because of and one more reason to brought this policy of privatization in our country, because of overpopulation. So now we found that there are many schools in our country, or many schools are there in a particular city, but the strength and overcrowded classes are observed. So it is not possible for all these children to accommodate in the municipal corporation schools. Okay, that's why. So this privatization also help the people to grow. Okay, it helped the people to became more competitive, or it helped the people to become more progressive. Okay, so it is this concept was is really helpful for the people in the field of to develop themselves and to make progress. Okay, if you can take example of television, so previously only one, that DD National was there, but nowadays there are too many channels are available on the television, many programs channels. Okay, even new, there are too many news channels, sports channels. Okay, music channels, English movies channels. So there not only one channel is there, but for each and every program there are several entertainment channels are available on the television. Insurance, if you can take example of insurance enterprises, so there are too many companies that provides insurance to the people, medical insurance, health insurance, property insurance, many other insurance are there, and it starts with very cheap price and it is affordable for all. So because of this competition, that it is very easy for the people to select, or it is very easy for the people, and it's really help people to make progress and to develop themselves. Now the next characteristic is profit motive. This privatization and private enterprises, it's a profit making, or is to make profit. Yes, if we can take example of education, So nowadays that many private schools came into existence, and these private schools are profit making. In uh, in a particular city, okay, and in a particular region, we found that there are many schools, okay, nursery schools, play schools, and these means they are taking fees, but they provide quality education to the students. They make them competitive, they make the students competitive, and parents prefer to send their children into in the nearby schools, okay, instead of long distance school, or if the schools are really very far from their area. So that's why this educational institution, they are on their rise. Even um, private classes are also available, means the child is going to the schools as well as colleges, but still they require private tuitions. So for that, private classes are also came into existence, and it is also a part of privatization. So many educated peoples are there in the society, but unfortunately they are not getting jobs as per their interests, okay. So instead of sitting idle, they can approach to such classes. So it their education means their education will come in use, and they will give knowledge to the students, okay. So it is not only for the people those who are idle, but also college teachers or school teachers, they can also approach, and they can also start with private tuitions and private classes as well. But it's really helpful for the idle people or unemployed people, that instead of sitting idle, they can approach to the such institutions and start with working and earn the money. So privatization, it's really very helpful to make profit. Even the call centers and BPOs are also give an opportunity to the young people, okay. So uh, instead of remain unemployed, if that child or if that person is having an ability, so he can pursue and he can earn money and fulfill his needs, okay. So this prof, privatization or private sectors are really profit motive, and they are really profit earning institutions. Now the next characteristic is marketization. Globalization also led to increase in production. This in turn has led to large scale marketization. Means if we can go to the shopping mall or in the mart, so we found that variety of products are available in the market or in that malls, okay. A particular product means only one product is not there, but related to that many products are available in the market. Means we have choice, we have to choose as per our interest and as per our requirement. Even not only varieties, but also different prices are also there, different offers are also available, and international products also we get in uh, usual price or in very cheap price. So definitely those who are going to the market or those who are going to the malls, okay, they found that there are variety of products in the market. If we can take example of soap, so not only one soap is there, but the variety of soaps are there. Detergent powder, variety of detergent powders are there. Eatables, variety of eatables are there. So we have choice that we can take as per our interest, and we can purchase a product as per our choices as per our ability. Means from cheap price till high quality, or cheap quality to high quality products are available in the market, and globalization only gave rise to the production as well as marketization. And because of the demand of the consumer, okay, because of the demand of the customer, these business peoples, or this land capitalists are having lot of burden, and they became very competitive because they need to enhance their production. Because if demand is there in the market, so definitely they have to produce more and more. So that's why even the customers are equally important in the enhancement of the production and marketization. And we people are became very materialistic. Okay, this marketization make us materialistic, means only we are not satisfied only with one production and only one thing, but we required more and more. Yes, our choices are increasing day by day. So we people are became materialistic. We are not satisfied with only one thing, but we need, or we required more and more. So it is said to be marketization. The next point is, or next characteristic is interdependence. Global economy. Global economy means mixed economy. Yes, means in our country's economy is mixed with other countries' economy. So one country is interdependent on other country to fulfill their requirement. As we have know that India is rich in agriculture, so we are having agricultural product with us, that is what we can say, that is very useful and essential for the survival. So if India is exporting agriculture products, so definitely we required other products to import from other countries. Many things they are manufactured somewhere else, but they assemble to and sent to the far away countries. Like in our market, if we can take example of appliances, home appliances, refrigerator is there, washing machines are there, microwave ovens are there. So there are too many companies products are available in the market. Samsung is there, Panasonic, LG, Whirlpool. So these are not Indian products. These are manufactured somewhere else in the country, and they are assembled and imported to exported to our country. That's why these products are easily available. Even mobile, if you can go to the mobile galleries, so there are different types of mobile, means from cheap price till high price mobiles we found in the mobile Shopee. So these mobiles are imported from outside countries, and that product is available easily in the Indian market. So one country is interdepends on the other country to fulfill their requirement. If we can take example of clothing, so only Indian products we are not getting in the market. International products are also available. Okay, if you can see on the tags, so it is mentioned made in China, made in Japan, made in Thailand. So these are the products which we import from outside countries. So the uh, the concept of interdependence means one country is depend on other country to fulfill their requirement. So as India is rich in agriculture, so India export agricultural products to the other country, and We import other things from other countries, like gold. So gold, why gold is more expensive in our country? Because we have gold but it's very less, and demand of gold in India is very high, and that demand is not fulfilled. That's why we import gold from outside country. That's why it's became very expensive, because the demand is very high and the supply is very less. That's why gold is very expensive in our country. The next point is knowledge distribution. Knowledge distribution means it's a digital transformation, or we can say sharing of technological know and how. Um, we have already we have know the concept of outsourcing. Means if the person, or if an individual is knowledgeable and skilled, so he does not he don't have to go beyond the border. Okay, means sitting in his own country, he can operate work of outside country or of international countries. Like one example is there, BPO. The full form of BPO is business processing outsourcing. So it is there in India, but it operate the work of America, British, Canadian firms. So means skilled people, they are, and knowledgeable people, they are not supposed to go over there, to go to that particular country for work. Instead of going or crossing the geographical borders, that person should remain in his own country and operate work for the other countries or for the international countries, and definitely he will get wages, or he will get salary accordingly. Means he is there in his country but he is operating work for the international country. So this is said to be knowledge distribution. Means with the help of digital transformation, with the help of technology, it made it possible that one can stay, or one can live in his own country and work for the international countries. Okay, the form of international company. Like one more example, multinational companies are also there, like German company, Australian company. So their main branches are there in Australia, and if the German company is there, so their main branch is there in Germany. Main headquarter is there in Germany, but their branches are there in India and in other countries. So Indian youth, or an individual, they recruited in India's branch. So here in Indian company, they are working, they are earning wages, but actually they are working for the uh, firm of Germany. Yes, they are working for the country like Germany and Australia. Okay, so this is said to be knowledge distribution. Means they are there in their own country in India, but they are working for international companies or international countries. So we have finished with all the characteristics of globalization. Now moving ahead, the new this is the new concept, digitalization. We are very familiar with this concept, but because it is exist in today's era, digitalization or digital world, that we are completely uh, indulge ourselves in digital world, and we are rich in technology, like whatever digital technologies are there that are operated by us. So this modern era is digitalized, or we are very familiar with this concept, digitalization. Digitalization is the use of digital technologies for handling data of various nature for various purposes. It involves the process of digital transformation, which is basically a process to radically improve performance or the reach of businesses. Digital transaction, digital transformation, the technologies which we used, uh, internet. Nowadays we are not supposed to carry money along. We have bank in our pocket, and so with the help of Paytm, with the help of Google Pay, iMobile, so with the help of all this app we can easily pay our bills. Means we don't have to carry cash in our pocket. So with the help of these digital technologies, one can easily operate, and one can easily transform uh, not only cash but also today everything we found online. Means if we want to pay any bill, we can. There are apps are available, even the websites are available, so with the help of that website we can make the payment. Okay. uh, Even shoppings are also available online. Means we don't have to approach, and we don't have to go to the market. Means while sitting at home we can order too many things, and within a less period of time we would get that product at our houses, okay, without any efforts. So that means the whole market, the entire market is there in our pocket. Means with the help of digital transformation and with the help of digitalization, we control the complete market. In the field of education also we found that there are many apps are available. So with the help of that apps, one can easily uh, take education, and if they want additional knowledge about that particular thing, so they can go through internet, they browse, they search, and they definitely they are going to get additional knowledge about that particular thing. So it is only possible because of globalization. Even weather forecast is there, telecoms are there, services are also there, like work from home. So how it is possible work from home? That whatever this lectures what we are taking nowadays, that is because of, it is only possible because of digital world or digitalization. Like this internet, it's really very helpful for us to uh, overcome with the problems and to overcome with the situation in this pandemic. Okay. Plus uh, delivery governance offices also we can approach to them. Means we are not supposed to go there and stand in a line. Okay, previously when people used to visit in the banks, they used to stand in a long queue for the transaction of money. Okay, and one by one, but no, with the help of that ATM card it was became very easy, and nowadays that entire bank is there in our pocket. Means we are not supposed to carry money in our pocket. With the help of mobile phone we can operate it easily, and we can pay the cash easily anywhere. We are Anywhere we are going for the shopping. With the help of internet we can communicate easily uh, with entire world. Okay, even the many apps we can send messages within a second. Means we don't have to wait for long time. Within a second we can share messages with each other, we can send we can communicate with each other within very less timing. Even this internet brought all the world closer, and it helps to create social relationship among all the country people, means not only in our not only with our country, but also with the other country or with international countries. Okay, so these means whatever digital transformation is there, or the technology which we use to communicate with each other, to the technology which is used to reduce our workload or our burden, it is said to be digitalization. Now, there are some definitions of digitalizations that we are going to study in the next lecture. We'll stop here. Thank you, students.